For an artist, glass is a medium unlike any other. The possibilities are only limited by your imagination and skill. We're in Bethel, Minnesota, and today we go up close with master glassblower Douglas Becker. For the past 40 years, an artist from Bethel has been perfecting his craft.
So I did the underneath design, the canes, and then twisted them one way.
Doug Becker's work has taken on unique shapes, colors, and textures.
This is electroforming is what it is. And it really
At times, they capture something very personal.
And this was actually an ash piece here. It was a friend of mine whose daughter passed.
Each piece began here, a furnace, burning at close to 2,000 degrees.
It's a dangerous material to work with.
Becker is planning to make something larger than anything he's made in months.
Well, what I'm going to do today will just be a simple bowl. I would like it to be a little more wider and open, and it'll have a foot on it, so it kind of elevates it up off the table.
Once he begins the hour-long process, there will be few opportunities to catch his breath.
You can actually see the edges are kind of a cobalt blue.
A small piece of colored glass must be heated slowly on a long pipe.
Like toasting marshmallows.
An air bubble is then blown into the center.
So it's kind of like throwing a pot, but when you're throwing a pot, you're building it vertically. Glass blowing is horizontally.
Becker constantly turns the pipe, keeping the bubble right in the middle.
And I'm watching that interior bubble.
A process he will repeat 3 times. 150 pounds of molten glass sits inside the furnace.
So I'm going to go down into the glass. Now you won't be able to see the different layers once I gather 3 layers on here. It's just going to look like one mass.
Wooden cups soaked in water help to shape the sticky glass.
It's floating on a layer of steam rather than burning that wood.
Air blown into the center expands on its own as it warms.
All right, now I'm going to dip in and take a 3rd gather over this.
The glowing red center will actually turn blue when the glass cools.
By keeping the pipe at a downward angle, this will stretch that molten glass down.
Becker wants the base of the bowl to be thicker, so he uses compressed air to cool the area.
Now you can start seeing some of that cobalt blue, our base color, actually starting to show up.
The bubble has expanded. Now Becker will give the glass texture.
So I'm going to put a good heat on here and then come and dip into that water.
A foot for the bowl starts on a 2nd pipe. The 2 pieces must come together perfectly the first time.
I've stuck them off to the side and you're not going to get it back on center.
Every step of the process works toward a shape Becker hopes to achieve.
I'm just giving it, a suggestive push.
But sometimes the temperament of the glass and the artist's vision don't come together.
It's kind of like life. Sometimes you got to settle for what you get, Especially in glass blowing. It doesn't always work the way you're thinking, and you learn from that. The next time you try it a little different way.
Becker can't make the bowl any wider. The piece is ready to come off the pipe.
Butter knife and create a little tension right here. Drop it right off. Woo! We did it!
The glass bowl will slowly cool from more than 900 degrees to room temperature over the course of a full day to prevent it from cracking from internal stress. We return the next day to see how the bowl turned out.
And we'll open up the oven and take a look at the piece, see how it came out. I bet it came out a real nice piece and it looks great. You can see the crackling worked out real nice here. The foot's real nice and centered.
Regardless of the outcome, Becker will be back working at his furnace very soon.
As long as I can come back out and blow glass the next day, I feel like I've succeeded, There's not a lot of people get that opportunity in life.
You can see more glass creations by Douglas Becker and visit his studio on April 6th and 7th during the North Artist Studio Crawl. I'm Dan Carpenter, bringing you up close to art, history, and culture.